gentlemen, welcome back to the Fans Perspective. I'm Double A Ron.
I'm Westicles.
Juicebox.
Uber Bulge.
Roach is also going to be sitting here with us. We are going to have just more bullshit discussion today.
Yay,
Bullshit.
bullshit.
Just
Bullshit.
more comic book BS. Starting off with, I guess the news of the day, and it's not really of the day. This was announced a couple days ago, actually. But Marvel is going to be releasing 45 new comic books, 45 new series.
That's a lot of comic.
Yeah.
They all sound fucking awesome.
Now,
they do, actually.
which is a double edge, okay? Because either A, if you're a new comic book fan, you can start fresh right now. Who gives a fuck about the past?
Yep.
You can start because this is the beginning of a new era, pretty much, of the Marvel comic book, universe. So you can go on forward, or if you've read everything up till now, this is continuation / startovers.
Yeah.
Or not even startovers / just new things.
Yeah.
We're not going to go into all 45 because it would take a long time for us to go through all of them. So for this particular podcast, we were just going to talk about which ones we're most excited for, at least at the beginning of the podcast. That's what we're doing. So we'll start with you, Juicebox. What are you most excited for of the new ones?
I'm not sure what title. I would just say there's a lot of team books.
Yeah, there's of the 45. I
lots.
think there's like 20 of them or so is
Teams.
team ups.
Yeah.
Now most of them are like, okay, so like there's one that's called the Avengers. I think it's the new event, all different Avengers, the Uncanny Avengers.
Yeah.
Number one, there's a couple of other there's at least 3 of them I believe are Avengers related.
Yeah.
And Galactus is a part of one of those teams.
Yes,
Yeah,
Galactus.
that's crazy.
Yeah, the Ultimates.
That should be
Which
awesome.
apparently they're gonna be
Galactus is
taking
going
on,
to be a
like, the
team
super-
member.
So you're just looking forward to the team?
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the different team up books and
There
But
was
if I
some
had to
interesting
say-
looking shit.
which team I'm most excited for. It would be the all new Avengers with Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Multiverse,
and Miss Marvel.
yeah, Kamala Khan.
Kamala Khan.
I
Yeah.
think they're would be a great team. I mean,
Yeah.
she's...
What's wrong, Roach?
I don't like Miles as the Spider-Man. I'm sorry, I just can't get into him. I guess I'm a Peter Parker fan, and I always will be.
Well, I am too, but...
And just in the way the storyline with Peter Parker
See,
is that he lost a lot.
I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into this with you, but after we get through with this, because I got a lot to say about this particular topic. But we're going to get into that after this little part. Then we'll get into that.
Yeah.
And we will get into that. Trust me. I'm looking forward to the team ups as well. Actually, the one that I'm looking forward to the most is a team up. It is the new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Because
Which-
Rocket Raccoon, obviously you got Rocket, you've got Groot, you've got Drax, and you've got quote-unquote Star-Lord. By quote-unquote Star-Lord, I mean it's more than likely...
As far as we can tell, it's going to be Kitty Pryde.
Kitty Pryde, but she's in like
With Star-Lord's equipment.
outfit.
And which last we knew, apparently, which I didn't know until they announced this, she was engaged to Star-Lord.
But
So
also one of my favorite Marvel characters
Yes.
ever is also in this team, Venom.
Yeah.
Venom is in this bitch.
Yeah.
Now, I'm assuming it's Flash Thompson.
Yeah, that's what I would
Yeah,
guess.
he was...
I
in
severely
Guardians
doubt Eddie
of the
Brock's
Galaxy.
zipping around the galaxy.
Right.
Nah.
Severely doubt he's leaving Manhattan. So, Rikers Island, wherever the hell he's at.
Yeah.
So, severely doubt he's leaving there. But I am really looking forward to this particular team up.
Yeah, same here.
It sounds awesome. It's toward the top of my most excited list.
Right. So that's the one I'm most excited. I'm also excited for Venom Space Knight for the aforementioned reason that Venom is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
But also one of the new X-Men team-ups with Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to
That
that one.
sounds awesome.
I don't remember who the rest of the team was,
Oh, hell.
but there's another one that's really intriguing. It's pretty much the Brotherhood, but they're the X-Men. It's
Yeah.
Magneto, Psylocke, Sabretooth, a couple other ones. Gee, it's like...
Yeah.
It's like, what happened there? Did Charles die? Magneto, like...
That one sounds awesome.
Like, I'm interested in the X-Men as well.
Yeah, he is dead, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, did Magneto pick up the X-Men? Did he say, fuck the Brotherhood?
Well-
Did Sabretooth say, fuck them too?
Magneto's
Like, so I'll just
been a member of Cyclops' X-Men team for a couple of years now.
Okay,
Like
I do have one thing I want to bring up, though. It's a small complaint. I don't like the fact that they're pretty much rehashing X-Men with the original team, but they're replacing Wolverine with X-23.
I'm interested in seeing like how she does.
No, here's my thing, though. Like, Wolverine's dead,
Yeah.
right? So how the fuck is young Cyclops in this? Unless it's a full-on rehash.
I don't
Because it's the original team. It's Jean
Yeah.
Grey, Beast, Angel,
Cyclops.
young Cyclops, and X-23.
They're from the past, but they're in present day, is what the deal is.
That's horseshit, though. Like, in my opinion,
That's what
it's
all
just
new X-Men is.
Time
from the-
shenanigans.
That's
it's
X-Men
just
time
bull.
fuckery.
Like, it's just bull. That I don't know. It just feels like, and this is kind of what I was going to get into with this whole Miles Morales thing. As soon as Westicles tells us which one he's looking forward to, I'm going to get into this just a little bit more. But go ahead, Westicles, before we get into this.
What I'm excited for? Well, a couple of things actually. One is that Marvel has apparently just decided to hire on one of my absolute favorite comic book authors of late, Jeff Lemire.
Yes.
He's doing Old Man Logan's revamped series, actually, and he's also doing the team that Old Man Logan is part of.
Did you actually see
So-
the tagline for that? Eyes are a bit sharper.
Oh yeah. I'm just very excited to see what he can do for Marvel because he's done a shit ton of good work for DC and
I can see him
independently.
putting
I'm
Old
gonna
Man
apologize
Logan
real
through the
quick for the Jurassic Park
Yeah,
thing.
right.
I got a text.
What were you saying, Juicebox?
I can picture him putting Old Man Logan through the ringer.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
I'm really
Oh, I'm
you
sure
know
he
what
will.
he did with Buddy Baker.
because come on,
Oh, he
Animal
will.
Man, his
Yeah,
run
Buddy
on
Baker,
Animal
he put him
Man
through
was
the ringer.
incredible. But I'm really excited to see that. But as far as what series I'm most excited for, Guardians is kind of up there. Some of those team ups are really good.
It's hard to
just
pick a
generally.
favorite.
But I'm gonna go with probably a classic for me, Doctor Strange. I can't wait to see what this apparent reinvention is going to be. Doctor Strange is wielding this giant fucking axe now.
He doesn't need that shit.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, why
I'm
not?
really
Fuck it.
interested in seeing what the hell's going to be
Well,
going on.
the more scary thing is like
Especially if Frank Castle is still like, if that whole
Yeah,
like
there is some
Yeah.
interesting
whatever
shit.
that is going on.
That
Like,
was crazy.
If they're still inhabiting the same body and he's got that big ass
I
axe.
don't even know what the
Like,
hell that all shit was.
The scary
man.
thing is too is like what fucking magical properties does that axe have?
Exactly.
You know, is
Is
this
that
like
something that's
Thor's
gonna just
God
rip
Killer axe or
holes?
what? You know, I mean,
Actually, last I checked, I think Thor the Unworthy is still wields axe.
the God Killer axe.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Jarl's something or something like
I'm
that.
interested in seeing like how X-23 handles the mantle of being Wolverine.
Me too.
You
I
know?
think she's one of the people that does deserve the mantle.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm interested to see how she lives up to that legacy.
Yeah.
You know, so that might be like one of the reasons why I'm really looking forward to new X-Men.
Well, I mean,
It sounds pretty interesting.
It's not
to
going to
me.
be an easy.
Oh no,
film
she's not
for
going to
her.
have.
I mean,
No.
you know, Wolverine's known as being the best there is at what he does.
Yeah, she's
Absolutely.
not going to like have an easy time of it. If she's
No,
especially if
she's
she's
got to work up to it.
That the shoes that she has to fill,
In
literally,
practice.
apparently, is insane.
Yeah.
It's insane because he is and probably forever will be the most popular Marvel character, bar none, hands down. That's what he is.
But like anyone who's gonna like going in and reading this, like just remember, like she's more deserving of the title
Than anybody
than
else.
Logan's dick ass fucking son. So
Nobody likes Dakin.
No one likes
likes
Dakin.
Dakin.
he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nobody,
he
nobody
is.
fucking likes Dakin. All right, so now we're gonna get into it. All right, and I have a feeling this is gonna ruffle feathers. This is gonna cause potentially a fight. This might be the first fight, quote unquote, or not quote unquote. And Roach, sit a little closer so that the mic can hear your
Oh.
ass.
So,
If you're gonna pipe up, you're gonna fucking pipe up. You're gonna be able to hear your ass. Okay, start off with you guys want to start off with the Miles Morales thing. Or you guys want to start off with
Sure.
X-23?
That was the oldest one.
All right, Miles Morales. Okay, what were you gonna say?
I guess I'm just an old time Spidey fan, and then when they killed him off, and at the time, what was happening? You know, the tensions between whites and blacks. Well, it was pretty high. So like, Miles was like, hey, you know what? Let's make a new captain. and they send that kid out, and I don't think there's much of a good reception. I don't like him, but I guess I kind of wish Peter Parker was still alive. And
He is, actually.
Peter Parker's alive.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he's not the only Spider-Man
Well,
anymore, especially.
Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, one of the biggest things about this for me is there are too many fucking Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
Way too
they-
fucking
yeah,
many.
they didn't-
And this is not even a timeline thing.
No.
They just gave too many fucking people in one universe that set of fucking powers.
Well, the thing
It's
is,
stupid.
I remember the
No,
old time.
there's only
I remember
two,
the old
to my
time comic
knowledge.
books.
in the
I was-
regular universe now, you have Miles Morales, you have Peter Parker, and Silk.
Oh, and Silk.
And that's
Okay,
not
yeah.
Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, that's not
Is Spider-Gwen
including...
in
Yeah.
the same universe?
There's not
Yeah.
including
Yeah.
Spider-Gwen,
Oh, now
Spider-Woman,
she is.
Spider-Girl,
Now she
Spider...
is.
So many fucking...
Yeah, and then you
Spider-Woman
also have-
doesn't have the same power
You
set
also
at
have
all, though.
Scarlet Spider now.
Yeah, Scarlet Spider and...
Yeah.
See,
Ah.
when I saw
There's
that,
a lot of spiders.
that also pissed me off a little bit. Like, what the fuck? Because in the regular comic books, there was only one Spider-Man, but those multiple universes were the different other Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
That's
And
actually.
I like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, in this Spider-Man, this guy has 6
Actually,
arms.
Miles Morales didn't
Yeah.
even show up in the normal Spider-Man
Miles
universe.
Morales,
Yeah.
got his
Miles
start-
Morales is an Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But and then
He only became normal universe canon about a month ago.
like in another universe, Spider-Man's best friends with who's that? Kingpin. And Kingpin's financing his brother.
Yeah, and an alternate. Yeah, there's always been alt universe
And another-
Spider-Man.
See, now, alternate universes don't bother me because it's alt universe and...
That's what Spider-Gwen was.
Yeah.
That's what? Not Scarlet Spider.
She was
there was
just-
another one.
Yeah, but
No,
they've
Scarlet-
merged
I think
them
Scarlet
all.
Spider was originally all
It's
universe.
now
Maybe.
all one universe.
Not all. No.
Almost
Not
all
all.
of them fucking spider...
But there are a few.
Wasn't there a run called Spider-Verse or some shit?
Edge of
Yeah, Edge of
Spider-Verse,
Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's my thing with this, okay? I don't give a fuck about Miles Morales. As far as I don't hate the fact that there is a Miles Morales. Doesn't bother me. What bothers me is when I read the writer's reasoning for Miles Morales and why he loves the character so much. All for diversity. All for it. Stop fucking with my original stuff because you want to create diversity, because you want to show that you are for equality. Make a new fucking superhero. Stop fucking with my shit.
They've done
Okay?
that though.
Spider-Man is Spider-Man. He's Peter Parker. He's Spider-Man. He's not some fucking, like, why do you have to call him Spider-Man? You know? Why couldn't he have been a whole new fucking hero? Why is he Spider-Man?
But have
Because
you read any of
Spider-Man
where they did
died.
that?
Yeah.
Because how he got his powers is they were trying to recreate the experiment that created Spider-Man.
I'm aware.
And he didn't want to call him Spider-Man. The public called him Spider-Man. And when Peter Parker came back from being supposedly dead,
Yeah.
he actually gave him, said, go ahead, you're worthy, call yourself Spider-Man.
I understand that.
But that's all Vitus though. That's the Vitus putting it.
But also, the writer didn't just do it to create diversity. He did it because
Yeah, he
he has
did.
a mixed
Yes, he did.
kid.
He
Yeah,
did.
but that's
He
my
wants his son to
point.
feel like anybody can be Spider-Man.
No,
But that's
that-
my point, right? Like, and I completely agree with equality on all levels. I'm not trying to sound like a racist bigot, anything like that, because people who know me know I'm the farthest. Again with the Jurassic Park.
Every time he's gonna make a good point.
Jurassic Park thing's gonna fucking go off.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Like, I'm 100% for equality
I just,
and diversity.
and I understand, like, but that's what the writer said. He said it's because he has, I believe it's his daughter or something.
Yeah, he has
And-
two mixed kids, actually.
All right, well, he said that he was in like a toy aisle, and his like daughter or something put on a Spider-Man mask and said, "Daddy, look, I'm Spider-Man," and it filled him with joy that that's the way it could be now. It's not well, you're not white, so you can't play Spider-Man. You're not a white guy, so you can't like. He said that like when he was a kid, it was kind of like weird segregated, where it was just like you can't be the Flash. You're a black kid. It's like, as far as it's like I grew up and nobody gave a shit. I don't know
Yeah.
in what parts of the world or country or whatever. I'm sure it's there. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't grow up like that. I grew up in a diversity, in a multicultural, diverse school. Where when we played, we never discriminated like that.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying that everything was, we all held hands and everything was perfectly cool. No, there was plenty of racism.
Right.
It just, when I was growing up as a kid, nobody gave a fuck if you were black and wanted to be Superman.
Right.
No one cared.
True.
You know? we'd play on the basketball courts, and a black guy could be Larry Bird and a white guy could be Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. Okay, when I was a kid, I don't know what happened since then, or maybe I just got lucky with my particular school.
Yeah.
But no one cared. So the fact that he's like excited that anybody can be Spider-Man, anybody can fucking be Spider-Man anyway. Nobody bitched on Halloween. It's like, well, look at that little black kid who's Spider-Man. Nobody said that shit.
Right.
But there had also
Maybe in like
never,
hushed tones.
there'd also never been, honestly, up until, I'm going to say mid-90s, 95% of all superheroes were like white males.
Right. But
All
And
right.
the- and then-
And like I
and
said,
since
I'm
then-
all for diversity.
And I'm
Don't
saying
get me wrong.
since then, your argument was that they should just create new characters. They've done that.
Well, I know,
lots and
but,
lots and
but
lots of
my
new
point
characters.
is that all they're doing is creating new aliases as far as like the base character stays the same.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is still Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Thor is still Thor. Wolverine is still Wolverine. Just looks a little different. That's the only difference between these characters. There's nothing new except for the color of their fucking skin or their sexuality. That's bullshit.
Not
They're
true.
actually very different
Miles Morales
characters.
also has 2 or 3 different powers that Peter Parker does.
Yeah,
not
he
have.
does. Too.
I understand that. So they gave him the same base powers, gave him 2 different powers,
Yeah,
and
because he
changed the
was a
color of
different
his
kind of
skin. It's
spider.
just crazy.
And Miles Morales is definitely a very different person than Peter Parker is.
Yeah, he reacts
too.
to everything way differently.
He's a completely different character, but yeah, he's not Peter Parker. But that's why we refer to him as Peter Parker, not just Spider-Man.
I understand that.
Is
Well, it just seems
the diversity was a good thing, especially since in the main universe, Peter Parker is still around.
But
Yeah,
I
Peter's
can,
actually teaching
I can
him.
see it.
Yeah,
from
he's
his-
teaching him.
Yeah,
I can
Took
see
him
from
over
his
the
perspective is that they did it to fill a quota to make a group of people happy, and not start off with.
and
something
that's
new.
because the white people were already happy.
no,
Yeah, but I
no
mean,
one
I
wanted.
see what
I'm
I
just
guess,
saying.
I guess my point is,
We
is
needed
that
diversity.
Yeah,
Which I'm
they
all
needed
for.
diversity, but they needed to do something different and new. Not take something from old and be like, hey, you know what? Let's change the skin color.
They didn't take something
Yes,
from
they
old.
did. They took Spider-Man,
But also,
took
at
him
the same
Mexican and
time-
black.
There is
At the same time, look at the original.
different universe entirely.
Once he died, that comic book of Spider-Man, of the other Spider-Man, came out. Right when Peter Parker died. And people said, look, this is your new Spider-Man. And guess what? Most of the comic book nerds said, fuck that, we don't like it.
I would
That's
say
very true.
arguably now, Miles Morales is more popular than Peter Parker.
Actually, he is.
I don't know how. Maybe
Well,
it's-
at
Everybody
this-
wanted
It's
him
because
to
he's
be-
really well written. He's not
actually
just
at this
thrown in for a
particular
vote.
particular juncture, yeah, he's actually the more liked character because don't get me wrong, from what I've read, it's very very well written. The character is not a bad character,
Right.
but it's just why do you have to be Spider-Man?
I think a lot of it's got to do with the companies themselves, not the writers, because it would maybe be easy for a writer to come up with a new black or Latino character or anything that's awesome to them, but then they show it to the company and they'll be like, oh, well, that's not associated with a pre-established
Well,
hero,
see-
it's not going to be popular.
No,
Right,
yeah,
but
and that's
like, honestly, who
And that
gives a
does
fuck about
actually
Saturday?
happen.
well, and it's a
Yeah.
corporate roadblock
Yeah.
that
Right.
I've thought about that angle, but I'm not specifically talking about the writers. I'm talking about Marvel as a company as a whole. You know what I mean? Like why? Like I guess I don't even have to ask why because
Well, 'cause
I
it's
understand
easier.
why. It's easy to understand why you would just put a new spin on an old character
Right,
because
there's already,
because you know it's gonna sell.
yeah, there's already marketing value there.
Yeah.
The character's already established. Everyone already knows the brand. It's easier
Right.
to do.
In my opinion, it's awesome to shake things up like that sometimes. No, you could probably kill the ringtone at this point.
I don't know, because to me, like, I agree. It just kind of
It
feels
seems
stupid.
cheap.
It
It's
is.
cheap.
It is. It's kind of a cheap way to do it.
Actually, in my opinion, it is less cheap than just putting out a new hero.
No.
Because
no, it's
yeah,
not.
it is. Because then it's just so fucking stupid sometimes when all these other characters already exist. Why are you adding so many more to the pool when you know you're barely getting the numbers right as it is? you need to mix up the main series.
Well, then that's
whether
when they
you're making
promote-
Thor unworthy or you're killing off the main or an alternate universe as Peter Parker to bring in a character that would liven up the cast, so to
But
speak.
it goes back to it goes to this: promote the ones that you have.
Yeah,
What?
but
Well,
they've done that.
They've been promoting those since the friggin'
They've
40s.
done that.
20s even. Like,
These characters have more than had their limelight, for instance. All of them.
but I guess, and another reason though, like, is I wish that they would have done it in a better, like, timeline, modern era than just to make people happy that there's diversity now.
I just
I
feel
just
like
wish
it's
they,
for
I
more
wish
than
it
that.
would have been more natural.
Yeah, at the point in time when it happened, it was just like, okay, they're making Spider-Man Black Latino so that they can please African Americans and Latino Americans. I mean, and it felt
Well,
cheap.
in general, not just Americans, because I mean, comic
Yeah.
book is worldwide
Right,
reach.
worldwide. But it did. It felt cheap. It felt very cheap. But I was okay with it, as far as him being Spider-Man, because at the time he was still alternate universe Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But once he steps into the main universe, you still have Peter Parker.
Yeah, it
That's
is-
who I want to be Spider-Man.
I do think it's really weird that they are both main universe now.
Yeah, and-
and they are both called Spider-Man.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Peter
he should
Parker
call
is
himself
trained.
Spider-Man.
That's where it becomes a little odd. I don't know what they're going to do there.
Miles
Peter Parker
Morales
was
shouldn't be
stepping
should be named Spider-Man.
Peter Parker is
In the main
stepping down.
universe.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Peter
Okay.
Parker, from what I understand,
Well, he's
taken,
been doing it long enough, and he's gone through
true.
enough shit for
He has
it.
taken Miles underneath his wing. He's going to teach him pretty much everything he knows, and then just step down from being Spider-Man.
All right,
For that's what
I guess so. Yeah.
from what I understand, that's the whole general fucking
Okay.
And
that's the general path they're going towards.
That's
Well,
that's
I mean,
the
and
right way
Roach
to
too.
do it, I suppose. Yeah.
Roach, you got
If
to
you're
look at
going
it too.
to.
Like this is happening a lot, because X-23 is becoming Wolverine.
See, and that
Falcon's becoming
right
Captain
there.
America.
Okay, but
Yeah.
right there, that was something that the only and we've said this in this podcast before. X-Men is just the king of tomfuckery when it comes to
Yes, it
timeline
is.
shit.
It is.
But it's just like, I just maybe it's just nostalgia sake for this for me. But they're fucking with the whole originality. The whole original team is being fucked with because they're taking out Logan and now it's X-23. Now I understand that it's timeline wise. They took the young people from the past and they brought them to the future, and it's the same team. So generally it's the same team. Only some point in the past, Wolverine is walking around not knowing what the fuck's going on because his entire team is gone. But now X-23, his daughter from fucking I don't know 40 years later or some shit,
Yeah.
is now Wolverine. And it's like, and he had to die sometime.
Yeah.
Wolverine, he had to die. He's like one of the only characters who hasn't just flat out died, and he died. And he came back.
Well, then they
Or
turned
well, he
around.
hasn't come back. He will come back because that's just what people do in the Marvel universe. They fucking come back.
Yeah.
But it's like why just it goes back to the same point. Why you gotta fuck with the original stuff? Like why couldn't you make a whole new team around X-23? You want X-23 to be your new Wolverine? Why won't you give her new X-Men?
Well, see,
Give her a
X-23
different
was already
team.
on a team with those X-Men before Wolverine died.
I understand that, but now like she is Wolverine.
Yeah, but doesn't it make more sense to not build a whole new team when she's already working with them? Just keep moving on.
Yeah, but I mean But the thing about it is like they went back and they brought back the young
originals.
people. They brought
Yeah,
back
I
the
know.
originals.
But she was already working with
when
those
Beast
originals
was
at the
white.
time.
When Beast was white.
White.
I have a feeling you're just
Before
a
he
racist.
went blue.
Like,
Well, before he went blue, he was gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true, actually. Yeah.
Hey, and guess what though? Incredible Hulk, he was gray.
Mr.
They
Fix
just,
It.
they just changed
Yeah,
green.
right, Mr. Fix It.
I like.
Well, I guess this argument could go into the next argument, of that. I guess I just don't like rehashes. Hey, let's take something new, old, and let's change it a little bit. And I'm just going, no.
You're a
don't-
purist.
Don't do that.
But
Makes
that's how
sense.
you shake up comics. If you
Yeah.
do the same bullshit, it gets boring.
And Chris, I'm the same way. I was the same way for the longest time, man. But like, if you don't, then
It
the
gets
material
boring.
becomes stale.
It gets stale. It gets stagnant. You need to mix it up.
Yeah, I mean,
It gets boring. I know for a fact, you haven't read enough comics in a single line to see it get stagnant, but I can promise you it does.
It
Fuck
does.
it, just read like
You've
10
read quite a
issues of
few
Superman,
comics. It's just
and you'll
That's
see
because
it.
I don't like Superman.
Well, no one here is a
I
Superman
can't
fan
do it
because
it's like, well, he's probably gonna use either brute strength, the laser eyes, or blowing
No, he's
away.
just gonna use brute strength.
I was just
Yeah.
giving you a quick example.
and that's the
but-
best. That's actually a really good example because it's Superman's comics have this amazing ability. I mean, it's an ability I didn't even know Superman had to get boring in as short a time as possible compared to other comics. It's the same shit every
Well,
time.
There's
I bet
only
you
so
anything-
many times he can punch something in the face before I'm like, oh look, he punched it in the face again.
Yeah.
Well, it goes.
It's usually about the third strip. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, look.
Yeah. He punched something in the face again.
It's just kind of like, you ever seen Get Smart, like the new one, where he's just like, it's Tuesday, punch Max in the face. Oh, look, a box of kittens, punch Max in the face.
Did you see? Where the next death battle is actually going to be Goku versus Superman rematch with Super Saiyan?
Oh, is the
God
new one
Goku?
out?
Yeah.
Shit, I need to see
Doctor
that.
Doom versus Darth Vader.
Need to see that.
Yeah.
That sounds like Doctor Doom.
It does sound like
That just
Dr.
sounds
Doom.
like Doctor Doom.
But
Admit-
then, like
admit-
after that, the one they're
I don't
doing
know.
next is
I kind of think Darth Vader might have.
I'll be watching that. No, I don't think he's got it. It's close. Though it depends on if the Force is going to be considered magic.
Even if it's not.
Vader will have an advantage, a small one, I'll bet, if it's not considered magical.
I don't know about that.
If
But
it's considered magical,
the
then
next one
Doom's
that
got
they're
defense.
doing is it's Goku versus Superman again.
Okay.
But it's with Super Saiyan God Goku.
Ooh,
That just seems so
interesting.
Let's see here. We all know who's going to win that one. It's going to be Superman.
Spider-Man.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
Spider-Man will win
see.
somehow.
Spider-Man's gonna win.
Because
Superman
they,
will probably
because
win
they-
that, though, because God Goku has a time limit. If he doesn't beat him within the time limit, he goes back to regular Goku and he'll die.
True.
Unless they go off of the new Resurrection of F.
Which I
Because
haven't seen.
it's out in Japan. It
Yeah, I know
hasn't-
it's out in
but we
Japan.
have not.
You know,
we have not
but it
done
hasn't come out in,
But
in America.
it goes to this. Would they consider Ki magical? And
It's not.
It's not magical,
They've already established that.
Well,
Yeah.
and here's the thing: the only thing he can really kick Superman's ass with is that power pole.
Yeah.
That's a magical weapon.
But it's been proven via Doomsday, Superman can be killed without the use of any of his
By
weaknesses.
just raw power.
With
And
raw
I'm
power,
sorry, in
can kill
fucking
him.
Super Saiyan God mode, Goku's got more than enough power for that.
Maybe.
Yeah, so
I don't
we'll
know.
see.
It'll be.
But then again, it goes back to this one. Well, Superman can pull.
Yeah. But yeah, that whole death battle was bullshit. I'm hoping.
You know what? There's gonna be a Superman.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Superman comic book strip where it's gonna be in a box he can't get out of somehow, and he'd be like, put a penis in a keyhole and be like, I can make a key.
That's some like
That is the
golden
best-
age kind of.
That is the best fucking
Analogy I've ever
analogy
heard.
Yeah.
of Superman's
That would be
powers.
the best new power he'd have gotten ever, actually.
Dick key.
Though his
activate.
new one's pretty neat. I like his new power. It makes him a lot more human.
Yeah.
Got it.
Literally.
Yeah, it literally makes
Oh,
him
it's a
more
lefty.
human.
It's a lefty. It's a lefty. Turn the knob. Wonder Woman, I need you to turn the knob. I'm kind of stuck right here.
But to get back to the topic we
Yeah.
were discussing,
Yeah.
and you said it best, like purist.
Yeah.
I definitely lean more towards purist than I do anything else because I'll admit I'm okay with it a lot more than I was at first. But when I first like heard the news that they were like changing like everybody, I was pissed. I was like, oh good, Thor's gonna be a woman, Wolverine's a woman, Spider-Man is now black, Latino, and gay.
I
It was
I will
just like-
admit, even as much as I was pro change in the ideas of mixing up characters,
I was gonna say,
I
didn't
feel
know
like
Miles
Miles Morales
No,
was
Hawkeye
just
was
like,
different.
holy
Oh,
shit.
yeah, Ultimate Universe.
No, but I'll admit, Miles Morales was black, Latino, and gay.
He's gay now too.
No, he started gay.
Oh,
I'm just
so
saying
he
that's what it
converted.
was.
Miles Morales is not.
I'll admit, no, he's not.
He's dating
When did that
Kate
happen?
Bishop from the Ultimate Universe.
When did that? Is he
It's
bi then?
always been that way.
No, because I remember the announcement being that he was gay.
He's not gay.
I remember Colossus was gay in Ultimate Universe.
Colossus is gay.
Well, I'm just standing corrected, I guess, because I thought Miles Morales was originally announced as being gay.
I was gonna say, I didn't know Miles Morales was a fucking
See, I'm fair.
trifecta.
I could have.
I thought he was a trifecta. That was like,
Yeah.
wow, you might be pushing it a little hard there, Marvel, but
That's,
But yeah,
that's,
the
that's,
whole thing.
that's Disney right there. That's Disney right there.
The whole
Disney
thing-
didn't even own it at that point.
Yeah, didn't even own it then. But that whole thing just took me by such a big shock, and it was just like, thank you, Marvel, for it. And then not too long after that, like, oh yeah, we're gonna kill Wolverine. It was like, what the fuck are you doing to my childhood, Marvel?
Yeah.
So basically, you're in the same boat with me when it comes to Ghostbusters.
Ah,
I don't care about Ghostbusters
Well, that's
anywhere
my-
near as much as you do.
Yeah, that's my childhood.
I don't know. I don't really. I will see the movie when it comes out. I will, or not in theaters. I will not see the movie. In
I'll be
theaters.
seeing it in theaters.
You'll be seeing it for free in theaters. There's a difference.
Yeah,
between
there's a
having-
good chance of
There's
that.
a difference between like knowing you get to see a movie for free and knowing you have to pay for a movie.
Yeah.
True, true.
Your
give you that.
movie selection becomes a whole lot
Narrower,
narrower
yeah.
when you have to pay for that shit.
That's true.
So, knowing that the only person in that whole cast that I like is Kristen Wiig, I don't care. I don't want to see it.
You should see Spy and Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids,
Spy
I
was
can
great.
see. Spy, again, I have to pay for
You'll
it. Not
you'll
doing
have to wait for that one. But Spy was amazing.
The next movie I'm
Sure
going to pay
was.
to see is going to be Ant-Man.
Yeah, I can't wait for
Yeah.
it, man.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
But yeah, no, I mean, I guess me and Juicebox here are definitely the biggest pro. Whatever's good for the story.
Yeah.
That's what we think of it as. Whatever's good for the story. I feel like purists tend to hold back the writing. Not wanting to change the character kind of leaves you in a standstill. And a lot of series have fallen on
there's
dead
changes
zones.
in
My
the character,
biggest,
though.
my biggest thing was that, or my biggest thing is that, like, they wanted diversity.
Yeah, there's changing the character, and then there's
Completely-
completely revamping
Completely
the
get it. Completely support diversity within the comic book realm. I love the fact that there is a huge diversity now.
Yeah, it's
But
actually grown finally.
It's just that why would you fuck with that much of
All at the same
all
time.
your characters all
was
at the
pretty
same
much-
time
was pretty crazy.
just to be like, look, we can be diverse as a company.
I feel like Marvel
Just to
kind
fill
of needed to because
Just
DC
to
had
fill
already
the
said that, hey, look what we did.
Just to fill the corner. Oh, pat themselves on the back.
That might be, but you know what they've got? You know what they've gotten though since?
What's that?
Massive sales and critical acclaim.
I don't know.
I'm just
It
saying,
just
they
it just-
obviously went the
that
right
is-
direction.
That is what bothered me, is that they just fucked with so many characters
Yeah,
in such
quite
a
a few.
small amount of time, just so they could say, we're diverse.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? We're not diverse. Look at all the fucking diversity we have now.
And yeah, that would be Marvel making
And-
a really weird decision.
And that's what bothered me.
And I'll give you that. That's true.
That's
But
really...
I also think that, especially on the individual case basis, Thor was a good call in my opinion. We know Thor's going to get godliness back, but I think it's awesome that he had it stripped away completely.
But the way that...
And
the
same
way
goes
that
for
they're
Captain.
doing it... The way that they're doing it, as far as like what I can tell by just strictly based on... Because I haven't read too much into it yet, as far as the actual comics are concerned. From what I can gather, he's going to become the Allfather. So he'll
Yes.
never be Thor again.
Right.
More than likely, he'll get his godhood back and go straight to being the Allfather,
That
from
might
what
be.
I can understand.
That's not impossible.
But
Yeah.
and if that happens, Thor will not be Thor ever again.
Not technically
Never.
the God of Thunder, sure.
No, never.
And, like, with
Yeah,
Captain
and that's who
America,
he is, though. Thor, the God of Thunder.
Yeah.
That's Thor. Not and now Thor, the God of Thunder, is his daughter, a woman, because he completely fell from grace for the umpteenth thousandth time, because they can't seem to do anything else with Thor than make him fall from fucking grace.
He doesn't fall from grace all that often anymore.
Not anymore, but
Used to.
he's either bashing a frost giant in the
Used to.
face or falling from grace.
Yeah, I know.
But it's just like so it's just they use like they didn't even really
They just took it farther than they ever have.
they didn't even change it this time. It's just him falling from grace again, and there has to be a Thor God of Thunder. There has to be one. So
Yeah.
it might as well be his daughter.
Well, it wasn't his daughter, though.
Or no, not his daughter.
No, it wasn't daughter.
But whatever the fuck.
That
her
was
name is.
the leading theory
Yeah.
for a while, but it was Jane.
Yeah, Jane.
Yeah.
So it's like, but there has to be a Thor. There has to be, because
It just
Asgard
that's how it
doesn't-
works.
It has to work like that.
With
That's
Thor,
how it works.
With Thor and like Captain America, it's easier to do with because
Oh, it makes a lot
you
of
get the
See,
sense.
power
Captain
set.
America is the one that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers is going to get old eventually.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
It's going to happen. He got old. they needed another Captain America.
Falcon's his best friend and
Falcon's
sidekick
his- yeah.
for years.
Why it makes so
It
much
makes
sense that
perfect
he would
sense.
become Captain America.
Well, with like Thor, you get the powers from the hammer. That's where the powers come.
Yeah, that's what makes
And
sense.
with Captain America, it's a mantle, it's a suit.
Yeah, it is.
And the shield.
Yeah, it's an
You
idea.
know,
I know.
yeah, it's an
icon.
idea. That's
Exactly.
really what it is.
but like it's
It's
harder
a
to
name.
do something like that with Spider-Man because it's a move set. You know, it's a power set.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard to take another guy like, okay, this is going
And
to be
he's
the new
quippy
Spider-Man.
as hell. There's a
See,
personality that comes
like,
with it. I
but,
get that.
and that is it right there. They didn't even they did it in a sense of they did it in the sense of like kind of how they did it with the Flash, like in the
Yeah.
TV show, where they recreated the whole experiment or the Hulk even.
Yeah.
You know, the way they did
Yeah.
kind of with Red Hulk. You know, they recreated the whole experiment that made him who he was. But with Miles, all they did everything that they did with Peter Parker, only they added a couple of new powers.
Actually, he doesn't have a couple of things
And-
that Peter does too.
His spider sense isn't as strong. It has to be an immediate danger.
Yeah, there's something else too.
But
though.
he has the ability to camouflage himself,
Yeah,
and he has the ability to shock with a touch and paralyze people with it.
Yeah,
That's
which is a very Spider-Woman power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
actually.
There is.
yeah. But he is, for all intents and purposes, even now, he is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
is no. There's no fucking around. There's no gray area anymore. He is Spider-Man. There's no ultimate. He's not Ultimate Spider-Man. He's not any of that.
He's
He's
just
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And
they
it's
did,
just
as
like-
far as I can tell, they did that based upon popularity.
Which is, I'm completely fine with that. You
Yeah.
know, because you got to go with what's selling, and if Miles is what's selling, then Miles is what's selling. But you know, I guess at least in that one they had the common decency / good graces enough to like put Peter in the storyline.
Yeah, and truly
Yeah.
pass the
Just
torch.
like, all right, fine. I don't want to do this shit anymore. Here you go. Which, as you pointed out earlier, he's gone through enough shit. As
He
Spider-Man.
has gone through
Like,
enough shit.
Peter Parker's gone through enough. He deserves to fucking retire.
And actually, on that
Like-
front, I've heard that him and MJ are finally getting back together somehow.
No.
That's the rumor. I don't think there's been
But
confirmation.
you are right, Aaron. There is too many fucking people floating around with that power set.
Yeah, there's way too many
A
spider
lot of
things.
people take up the Spider Mantle.
There is too many. I mean, like, it's about
What's
as bad
amazing
as,
is that they're all in the New York area.
it's
but-
about as bad as fucking Batman.
You
Yeah.
know anything
You
about
know?
West? You know anything about Silk?
Not really, no. I don't know Silk.
They introduced her during Spider-Verse, and apparently she was bit by the same spider the same day as Peter Parker, and she's been locked up for this whole
Oh,
entire
wow.
time.
That sucks.
Wow.
So she has the same powers.
That
as
sucks.
But Spider-Gwen, like, I can't believe she's getting her own comic.
I think that's
Spider-Gwen.
awesome.
She was
Hey,
the
you
most
know-
popular character from Spider-Man.
I know, and they even
That
wanted to
sounds
have her own
awesome.
fucking movie.
Hey,
but,
I
like,
want her to have her own.
I cannot believe what she's just fucking same fucking powers.
Speaking
It's
of
just as
spiders,
Gwen.
look at that spider just heading on the wall.
Oh,
Dead
look,
now.
that dead spider on the
Look at
wall.
that dead spider on the wall.
Well, you know what? We all know the comic book for Gwen is going to be short and sweet. What she's going to do, she's going to jump off.
It's
head
a whole
first.
different
No, that's
thing.
not how it's gonna work.
Green Goblin's not dropping
Actually,
her off the
I don't
clock
know if
tower.
this is. I don't know if this is what happened. I don't know what
My
the
web
story
shooter
is.
isn't working.
I really want to see what happened between her and Peter in her universe, where she got bit instead of Peter.
I heard Peter in her universe.
Did she
becomes a
catch Peter wrong and snap his neck?
He becomes a villain.
villain. Yes.
Does he? Oh, that
That's
sounds
what I've
kind of
heard.
cool, actually.
Wouldn't that be awesome if Peter became like Venom?
Oh my god.
Or awesome irony if he was Green Goblin.
That'd
Damn.
be weird.
But then again, he'd be smarter than Green Goblin.
He would be, which means Green Goblin's way scarier.
Yeah.
Which is
No.
not necessary.
No.
Definitely not.
I've been excited to read
But-
Spider-Gwen because it sounds like shit
It's
tons
not-
of fun.
it-
Yeah, I knew this would be a hot button issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Because
Punisher?
everyone here has a passionate opinion about it, no
Is
matter
Punisher
what.
still?
Yeah.
Spider-Man's one of those characters we all grew up with.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, he's you know he's when we
Well-
did our top 10 heroes,
He
he was in most of our
he
lists.
Most of
is
our
well.
list,
First of all,
yeah.
he is Stan Lee's like favorite,
Yeah.
and we were all grew up like
It's Stan
roughly
Lee's
the '90s.
non-adopted kid.
So we all grew up with that Spider-Man television show.
Oh,
we
yeah,
all
we
grew up with the exact same character. We all know and love the exact same Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So, like, when they fucked with that, especially for me, I was just like, okay, I'm completely for the character Miles Morales. I'm completely for all this, but why the fuck does he have to be Spider-Man? Like, because we can all agree. I understand that you have to switch up comic books, but we can all agree that Peter Parker has never needed any fucking shaking up as far as his character is concerned. He has always been riveting.
He is one of the most reliably solid comic because they're able to mix it up so well. I don't know
because he has
his character's
real-life
written
problems.
so brilliantly.
Yeah,
and he has real life problems.
Yeah.
Like he's not just fucking Spider-Man. He's Peter Parker too.
Yeah.
He's one of the most perfectly created characters of all time, simply because of that.
It just seems like Marvel did, need like Dyson. Well, let's see what we're gonna do with Peter Parker today. Massive mayhem, death of a relative by suicide pill. Okay, that sounds great. Let's make a story out of that.
Throwing him at a dartboard.
Throwing a dartboard with words on it.
kind of.
I mean, but that was always one of the great things about Spider-Man comics and the TV show. Because you dealt with his real life problems
Right.
Yeah.
as well as his superhero problems.
Yeah, and
No-
the
no
marrying
other
of
hero.
the two is so solid.
Right.
Because
No
a lot
other
of
hero-
superheroes live in their realm of superheroism
Yeah.
rather than their life.
No other hero that you were reading had to deal with, okay, I got to go stop this supervillain,
Yeah.
but I also got to pay rent in 2 days.
Right.
Yeah,
And also, if I don't make dinner tonight, I'm in so much shit
Exactly.
with MJ. It's not even funny.
And
Yeah, exactly.
See, and that's those are my favorite comics for the most
Yeah.
part. Like Jeff Lemire's Animal Man, like we mentioned earlier. That's one of the best fucking examples of it because
Him
that
having to
comic
his
is
trying
just
the
as,
home life.
Yeah,
With the whole
that comic
that's-
is just as much about his
insane.
relationships
Yeah.
with his kids
Yeah.
and his troubled marriage as it is about him trying to fight off the forces of the rot.
Which is
And-
like in and of itself is insane.
It's incredible, and
So
yeah, that's why he's one of my favorite writers
So,
right now
yeah.
because he can do that.
So, I guess like in really summation here, like I'm all for diversity. I love it. It's the general direction of comic books right now is staggering and fascinating and outstanding. It was just when it first came out, it just took me by like such like a culture shock. They
Yeah.
were changing
So
so
much.
many of like my favorites and my childhood favorites, and they were changing all that. And for me at the time, just to diversify was just not a good enough fucking reason for you
Yeah.
to change everything that I knew and loved because you felt like you needed to make some... No,
well
not
enough.
very well at all.
They didn't explain it well
But
enough.
I can't argue with the results.
So
Yeah.
what's happening with the Punisher? Is he still the same?
I
I'm
mean,
not really sure.
not really sure what's going on with Castle. I know he's still Castle.
Castle's still
So
Castle.
it's
That's
still
really
Frank
it.
Castle.
Okay.
There's really not much to say. He's still Castle.
I don't think Frank Castle's not really there to be a deep character though.
No.
No.
He's there for when you want to see somebody smash somebody's face with a windowsill. That's what he's there for.
Well, you know what? I think Frank
I want to
Castle.
see somebody brutally maimed in a pinball machine.
Yeah.
Let's see what the Punisher's up to today. Like, hopefully I'll get lucky. Like,
Well, it just seems like when it comes to like evil characters that Marvel has, and they bring them up, and they're like, hey, this is be a good one, and the comic book sales not, it's send it to the Punisher. Have him deal with it.
sometimes, yeah. Kill him, would you?
And he
Frank,
will.
can you do us a favor? I think there's a guy in the Marvel like writers, like the big writers room where his real name is Frank Castle. There's like, Frank, will you take care of this for us, please? He's just like, sir.
that kind of reminds me.
Can
Actually,
you write up an imaginative death for this guy?
I don't think we
Girl.
mentioned it at all. But did you hear what the writers are kind of unofficially calling Daredevil season 2? Daredevil versus the
Yeah,
Punisher.
Daredevil versus the
That's
Punisher.
the unofficial
Yeah,
title
that's the
of
unofficial
season 2 of
tentative
Daredevil.
title,
Yeah.
which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Have you finally finished season 1?
Not yet,
Oh, it's so good.
so we can't talk about it yet.
Yeah, I know. But that's just exciting.
We
as
will.
fuck, that's all I'm saying.
So,
Also, brief small point. I don't know if anyone else picked up on this. It's pretty obvious. But in any case, one of the big things that they're talking about with the new Marvel series is the new series, The Totally Awesome Hulk #1.
yeah.
What the hell is up with that
Yeah.
title?
I don't know what the title is.
It's not.
But-
Banner.
Do you
Yeah,
see
it's
the
not
tagline? Who is the Hulk?
Yeah.
It's-
Oh,
And they
it's not-
blacked out his
The
face.
rumor is Amadeus Cho.
Interesting.
But why go with totally awesome Hulk?
I don't know.
That's just weird.
It is weird.
Is he
No,
gonna
that's
like?
a
Is he
bro.
gonna have like hot?
Is he
pink,
gonna be like a big fucking green bro?
Is he gonna have like? Is he
Oh,
gonna have
that'd be
hot pink
ridiculous.
shorts and fucking like sandal, like flip flop sandals?
Sunglasses and shit.
Like,
Sup, bro?
guys, I was just at this
Hulk
totally
real
sweet
fast,
party, and like it was awesome. I was getting like so totally loaded, and then somebody smacked me in the face, and I got mad. Long story short, we really need to leave.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not.
I don't want Hulk to turn into a joke.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Hulk, smash this drink!
Yeah.
What's up?
Nobody wants a bro Hulk.
No.
No.
That sounds hideous.
Watch it.
Maybe in an alternate universe or some shit, but not the main universe.
No, not even in an
Yeah,
alternate
no, not
universe
even.
do I want a bro
Watch
Hulk.
it.
Actually, I heard on the. I need to read this new Planet or no. What
New
was
Planet
it? No,
Earth and the new
no,
one?
Planet Hulks. Planet Hulk. The new series they did before the whole merging of the Ultimate and all that. All of Greenland was just Hulks.
Yeah.
And the cover had like there was a Stan Lee Hulk and an Odin Hulk and all
That's
this
fucking
other
scary.
That
crazy
was
shit.
just Hulks.
And I kind of want to read that series.
Just as far as the eye could see.
And I think
Wolverine
the
Just
Inhumans were trying to turn them back into normal people instead of being hulked out.
That's fucking
Yeah, it sounds
That's fucking
terrifying. I
scary.
really want to read that.
I don't. Mm.
Yeah, that right next to Doctor Strange being in, or the Punisher sharing Doctor Strange's body, or vice versa.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a thing.
At one point, the consciousness and powers of Doctor Strange
We're inhabiting
were
Frank
inhabiting
Castle's body.
Frank Castle.
How did everything like,
Not
in
die?
the, in
I don't
the
know.
shit districts of New York not
Because
die?
of Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Frank Castle was also a Frankenstein monster at one point.
Yeah, and then he got brought back to life.
Yeah.
So right now he has the powers.
I don't know if current. But I know there was a time. Yes.
Yeah. Not sure. I just know
Right?
that like I
And
saw
actually,
it and it was crazy.
Doctor
and-
Doom's police force is Thor's.
Yeah, it's just a bunch
All
of
the
Thors.
Thors ever are his police force,
It's insane. I don't-
including Frog Thor.
Yeah, including Frog Thor, which is
Yeah, but
ridiculous.
it's still. It's,
Okay, I can see why Marvel decided they wanted to reboot this shit.
They,
It's
I
kind
know,
of
right?
ridiculous.
How
It-
insane is
It
that?
is time.
How insane is that? That as a company, at least 4 times, you've had to go, seriously, we've gotten too fucking ridiculous, guys. We need to, like, reboot this whole thing and rein it the fuck in. Somebody
Yeah.
fire these 4 writers in particular
Exactly.
and kill the guy who originally came up with this
Yep.
idea. And then, like, but then I guess they don't carry out Order 66 or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
They don't kill the guy who originated the idea.
Yeah.
He just keeps shooting paper airplanes with shitty ideas. He just fucking-
Damn it, Bill!
Yeah. I thought we killed Bill. No, we didn't kill him.
no,
Shit.
Find his
Yeah.
ass. He's hiding somewhere in the building.
Yeah.
no, it's like the military Carl things. Hey, look, it's Wallace, but shut up, Carl.
Shut up, Carl.
Yeah, shut up, Carl. All right. That is actually going to wrap up this edition of The Fans Perspective. We had a lot of fun, and we had a lot of fights. And by fights, I mean one big yelling session by Roach, who got really mad about Miles Morales. The weird thing is this guy is actually half Mexican. Roach
It's
is
true.
indeed half Mexican. He's very angry about the fact that there is a Latino Spider-Man. So, you know,
There
it's
you
not
go.
us white folks that are racist in here.
He's just half
Yes, he's just half white. The half white comes up every now and again. You know, white people don't put on suits. That's all I'm saying. It makes you want to take over some shit. And feel it. Feel it in your blood. So for this edition of Fans Perspective, I'm AA Ron.
Westicles.
Juice box.
Uber Bulge.
Roach.
Later, bitches.